here we go again. Whether you've tuned into this series before or just have fond memories of filling out your own book at some point, if you clicked on this video, I'd assume you are quite familiar with the Diary of a Wimpy Kid do-it-yourself book. But as always, this isn't my book. This is another poor, godforsaken, random person's old book. And we're gonna go through all of it today. I've done this quite a few times now, and I haven't been disappointed yet. So I'm sure this will also be an absolutely fucking hilarious roller coaster of a ride. So without further ado, let's jump into this damn thing. Okay, let's get into this. Opening up to the title page, it looks like we've already encountered something interesting. And it comes from the self-portrait here. It looks like today we have a female author, which is actually a bit of a rare occurrence. In general, I think a lot more boys filled out these books than girls did. At least if the data from this series is anything to go off of. Prior to filming this video, we were at an insane 7-to-1 boy-girl ratio. But it is very important to mention that Diary of a Wimpy Kid was in no way just a boy thing. Diary of a Wimpy Kid has always just been a staple of children's pop culture for anybody that grew up with it. But this is very exciting because, as I mentioned before, this is the second ever female author in this series. And her name is Jessie. Jessie from Awesome Town, I guess. Desert Island Picks. For video games, she initially wrote The Sims, but then crossed that out in favor of iPod. Although that is definitely not exactly a video game, I was definitely an iPod kid as well. Her other picks went to laptop and GTA. I was honestly not expecting that last one. For books, she's bringing this book, as well as one debating the age-old question of Coke or Pepsi. And I assume what she meant to write in the second space here was her diary, but she mixed up the A and the I, so now it says dairy. And for movies, she wrote Joe Dirt, Billy Madison, and the first Thor movie. That's quite the lineup there. Oh my god, this page ought to be interesting. Favorite animal, dolphin. 4 adjectives that describe why you like that animal. Swimming, diving, leaping, and tricks in pool. We're not exactly off to a very smooth start, Jessie. You're 0 for 4 here, not a single adjective in sight. Favorite color, pink, purple, and red. 4 adjectives, it's so pretty, nice looking, colorful, and buttful. Name of your favorite movie, 8 Blow. I think it's supposed to say 8 Below. 4 adjectives, I heart dogs, I is cuted, funny, and sadded. But now we're on to the classic Zooey Mama comic. Your sandwich blew up, haha. Because of the jelly, though. Oh, pork chops. But now let's dive right into her first original comics. Starting off with this one. It says, the mail's here. That's just your brother messing with you. Oh, I'm only 5. This next one's a little harder to decipher what the hell is going on. It starts off with a man proudly exclaiming, I'm Papa the Man. And then she says, haha, nerd. To which he responds with, don't be mean, and an ominous, come inside. No. Okay, here's one of my favorite segments. It's time to take a look into the inner workings of Jessie's mind. Right off the bat, there are 2 sections that are absolutely dominating in terms of pure surface area, battling for supremacy of her brain. And they are computer and iPod, followed by TV and then YouTube, which alone dwarfs the 2 smallest sections of the brain, school and stuff I learn. Only a fool would prioritize something as meaningless as education when you have a damn iPod. I mean, you can listen to music and maybe also play games on that. Yeah, checkmate. Predict the future. I officially predict that 20 years from now, cars will run on juices instead of gasoline. What kind of juices, you ask? I don't know. A cheeseburger will cost $3, and a ticket to the movies will also cost $3. Pets will have their own wigs. Underwear will be made out of fur. Justin Bieber will no longer exist. A girl named Mackenzie will be president, and there will be more deer than people. Aliens will visit our planet in the year 2013 and make the following announcement. We will take everything Jessica doesn't like. I think it's safe to say Justin Bieber might fall into that category. Sorry, dude, you're definitely getting probed hard. Your 5 bold predictions for the future. Number 1, kids have no school. Number 2, kids can drive at, she put 5, but then she upped it to 13. Number 3, no small houses. Number 4, girls will love a pie called pickle pie. And number 5, everybody will love pie. But as stated before, only the girls will love pickle pie. You gotta keep up with me. Start taking notes. Pickle pie. It's gonna be big with the ladies. Predict your future. When I am 30 years old, I will live 50,000 miles from my current home. I will work as a profiler, like a criminal profiler, I think, and make, I can't make out any numbers other than zeros. She's just doing it for the fucking love of the game, I guess. For the statement, I will have the same best friend I have right now. She initially wrote true, but then erased it and put false. Some drama definitely went down between them, and Jessica wasted no time updating her fucking do-it-yourself book on the matter. But now it looks like we've officially made it to the dream house page, and boy is it packed. We have her master bedroom with, of course, her closet, her dressing room, and a playground nearby. Literally just outside the kitchen and dining room, we have a huge indoor pool with a 100-foot diving board and a dedicated lifeguard. Not to mention that there's also a full-size stage and a movie theater as well. And as for this swirly thing over here, I have no clue what that is. Okay, we finally made it back to some more of my favorite category, the comics. Let's see what Jessica has in mind for our boy, Ugly Eugene. Ugly People Anonymous. Hi, my name is Nick. I love potatoes. You're so ugly you'll win the ugly contest? Yeah, I think so too. Oh, thanks. But now it's time to take a look at some of her favorites and least favorites. Favorite TV show? Regular show. Absolutely valid pick, Jessica. You have some ball knowledge, I'll give you that. Favorite food? Candy. Least favorite food? Bananas. Favorite celebrity? Will Ferrell. Least favorite celebrity? Justin Bieber, of course. For favorite smell, she put perfume, and for her least favorite smell, she put actual shit. Her favorite superhero is Thor. Her least favorite superhero is Batman. For game system, she put iPod again. I'm not gonna lie, that thing was fucking carrying her childhood. And she also loves Kit Kats and shopping at Hot Topic, and hates Payday bars and Menards. Let's take a look at some of her finest moments, because they're kind of unhinged. For best photo, instead of drawing it for us, she just reassured us that it's of her. Her funniest quote was, "Turkey ham sandwich, yes." And the most perplexing of all, for best meal, all she wrote was, "Don't meal." Oh my god. You can already see some gold on this page. For this fill-in-the-blank comic, it looks like she just captioned it, "Is this spaghetti?" But the one that immediately caught my eye was definitely this one down here. We have the main character from the comic strip going onto his Facebook account and seeing that he has no friend requests. Which for a kid, the attention to detail here is actually pretty impressive. And she even drew in the cursor on the computer screen. And the baddest thing you ever did as a little kid was talk sassy. List your injuries. We have quite a huge gap in severity between these. Somehow a regular pimple made the cut, but then it goes from some little scratches from a tree to falling off of a four-wheeler directly onto your face, I think? Oh my god. That's insane. I'm glad you're okay. Also, on an unrelated note, I hope you still sign your name like that, because that would be hilarious. Okay, I think this might be my favorite page so far. It's just too good. For the make your own sandwich, it looks like she only used one ingredient, which is a bunch of chicken patties, I think. And very fitting, she simply named it chicken. Oh yes, we can't forget about Roderick's pages. Tragically, it looks like Jessica not only got lost in Roderick's impossible maze, but also fell for the most rage bait question of all time. But thankfully, she did get back at him a bit down here. Who is awesome? Not Roderick. For the form your own band section, she made a pop band called Heartstruck. And she even wrote a song for them. Titled The Poop Song? Oh god. One day I got stuck on the toilet and was playing on my iPhone. My poop just wouldn't come out, but this is what I did. Got off the toilet, did a dance, recited a Japanese Bible all in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, whatever. Then I went out in public with no pants on. The cops arrested me and put me on a toilet. Now I'm 88, still on the toilet, still stuck on the toilet. The end. That was really something. But it looks like now we've made it to the inevitable Fart Police comic. One of these videos truly just wouldn't be the same without you guys. The narration just says, ha 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 ha. He's farting. It was not me. It was him. It was? Maybe. That also seems to be the last of the comics that she filled out. Sadly, Jessica did not bless our eyes with sassy girls too. But it might have been just too overly ambitious for her. I mean, it was a pretty big risk to just skip Sassy Girls 1 entirely. But once again, it's looking like we are nearing the end of our journey here. But I am very excited to announce that for the first time since the very first video in this series, we have found somebody who actually filled out some of the diary pages. She named it Diary of a Jessica. It seems like she was more or less actually writing it like it was a storybook. Chapter 1, Get Ready. Wake up, honey. Mom, get away. Wakey, wakey. Mom, I am not going to school. Why? There are bullies there. Go get ready. I go talk to the principal about this. So, who is the bully, you ask? I call him Dorcas, but his real name is Marcus. Didn't you have a friend named Marcus? Yeah, that's him. Isn't he coming over tonight? Yeah, but Mom, Big Lip Frank and Booger Butt are probably with him. Okay, I guess now we get a lore drop on whoever this Booger Butt is. Booger Butt picked his booger and then wiped it on his butt. It was gross. He did it in class. And Dorcas, I hate him, but he is one of my best friends. So you hate him, but he is one of your best friends? Yep, I don't get you. That's because you just old. I am not old. Sure you're not. I'm not. Yes you are. That's it, you're grounded. No Xbox for a year, nor computer, and you know, that little cell phone. Why, Mom? No, go to your room. And that seems to be all that she wrote of that. But she did leave us with quite a bit of writing here on the very last page. I, Jessie, wrote this book about a true story that has happened many of times. In her imagination, of course. And for the acknowledgments, she wanted to thank someone named Matthew, Marcus, her mom and dad, all of her friends, her family, her teachers, Jeff Kinney himself, and last but not least, Gavin. And that is about it. I want to thank you so much for watching. It really means the most to me. I had an absolute blast as always with these videos, and I really hope that you enjoyed this one. Huge shout out to Jessie, the absolute legend who wrote all this. I hope you're doing well these days. If you did enjoy this video, definitely go check out the rest of the videos in this series if you haven't already. Trust me, there's just so much comedy gold in there. Especially check out episode 6. which was the first and at this time only other female author that we've come across in this series. And it's also easily one of my all-time favorites. It's absolutely hilarious. And of course, there will be more of these videos to come in the future. Given how many of these books I've gotten my hands on, I think that's pretty safe to say. But that's all for this one. I hope you have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.
I want some cheeseburgers just to eat. I'm talking ketchup, my nigga mustard on the beat. You gotta put a lot of lettuce, please, because I like to have a lot of grease. I remember eating outside with my whole team. Now a nigga gotta stay home cause of quarantine.